Hi everyone, welcome to the channel, Boxing Block Center. I really appreciate each and every one of you for supporting the channel. And as you know, we keep it real right here. The fight between Canelo and Terence Crawford is set to take place September 13th. There's a date now, and it will be taking place in, I think, Los Angeles, if I'm not mistaken. But we don't know where yet. In Los Angeles. This fight, the build up is going to be exciting. It will be promoted on Netflix. I'm kind of surprised DAZN is not promoting it. What's going on right here? Why do you think Tokyo Sheikh choose Netflix instead of DAZN? Adewale.
That's a good one. I know there were some rumors. I'll be honest with you. I didn't follow this fight to details, like the build up and everything, but I heard rumors of some issues about 2 weeks ago where people were even claiming the fight was going to be off, that the fight wasn't going to happen. Right. So um because Turkey has a lot of money and he was able to change venues, change broadcasters, and that's why it's happening on Netflix. So, but I'm not sure what exactly happened. There were some rumors. I mean, guys that follow boxing news to the highest level, they will tell you what happened. I'm not 100% sure what happened there, but it's good. The fight is coming up in September, either ways. What do you think? What
But
do you think is going to happen?
I heard that the Saudis they have share on the zone. They have some sort of share percentage of the zone on the zone. So why would they, if they had that, why would they just if
No,
they
I
have
mean,
that?
no,
Yeah,
you see, bro, I'm sorry to cut you off. I look at it this way, like those guys they have a lot of funds, a lot of resources. They are literally reviving boxing. And it wouldn't be smart of them to sign an exclusive deal with any broadcaster. So it wouldn't be smart for people that are that wealthy to sign a deal with just the zone and nobody else they will be able to partner with. So it's smart for them to be able to partner with you know, Prime, because these days Prime is getting into boxing. Netflix, because these days Jake Paul has brought Netflix into boxing. So there are big platforms that are going to be showing boxing soon. ESPN is leaving permanently, and this opens the doors for a newer, type of platform. So yeah, it makes sense for them to be able to partner with anybody.
yeah, I understand though. But the zone was built or was founded to be the Netflix of sports, basically. Somehow things haven't been going right. They've lost a lot of rights. By the way, um, in certain countries. I think they need to include the Saudis, bro. Like more, if they really want to do it big. Because the owner of the zone is very rich. Why is a billionaire? But he doesn't have endless, endless money, bro. And you need that sometimes. Or do you think I'm wrong?
Sean, what is happening with the zone? Why are they losing some, broadcasting opportunities? Is that what the question is?
No, I mean, like, yeah, they are losing a lot of, like, I mean, I think they should include the Saudis so that they can expand their empire, basically. The owner
Don't,
of
don't
the
they
zone
already
is
have a partnership?
the owner is a billionaire, but he doesn't have the Saudi money, bro.
But the zone shows a lot of South Riyadh season events,
Yeah,
right? The zone showed, the fight
but
versus five.
this one is the biggest so far. You know what I mean?
Mm, I see. You know what? I'm going to do some Google search to find out what exactly happened because I heard some rumors about 2 weeks ago the fight was about to be cancelled and then they moved it somewhere else. But I didn't follow that story.
Yeah. Anyways, It's gonna be interesting though. The Canelo fight. I don't know who you're rooting for. Are you a neutral?
No, no, no. I'm not neutral. I'm rooting for Crawford, but I don't think he can do it. My brain tells me he wouldn't do it, but my heart wants him to do it, and I'm rooting for him because, um, that would be a great accomplishment. And I also want to punish Canelo for being too strategic and avoiding certain fighters. But at the same time, I can't really blame Canelo. He's also had a great career. Like these two guys they've had great careers without a doubt. Um, a lot of people criticize Canelo for avoiding David Benavidez, but I mean, I would do the same too. Unless you pay me ridiculous money, why would I fight someone for the same amount of money? Someone that will most likely give me a loss for the same amount of money that I already make for fighting easier fights with titles, easier fights that add to my legacy. Yes, it's if I beat Benavides, that would add to my legacy. But at the same time, I can argue that Benavides is in the next generation. I'm not obligated to fight him, especially if I'm in that position where I control a lot. But as far as Crawford, on the other hand, him he's very fortunate. His career has pushed him to get to this level, to be able to make this mad fight. Like 3 years ago, a lot of us were disrespectful towards Crawford because of the aerospace negotiations, claiming that Crawford should accept a smaller percentage. Meanwhile, Crawford was fighting for himself to get a larger percentage. People, including myself, had some criticism for him, and look at how the guy's career turned out. 3 years, 4 years later, is in the biggest fight in boxing. So I'm happy for Crawford and I'm rooting for him this time around. I'm definitely rooting for him. I wanted to beat Canelo, but I don't think he can because Canelo is just bigger, very much experienced in that weight class. Um, Punches hard. Bro, I think by the time Crawford feels a couple of punches, the first 2 rounds will determine what happens in that fight. If Crawford can adjust in the first 2 rounds and find a way to stay in range, within range, and still be able to avoid Canelo and be landing, then he can win. But he's not going to knock Canelo out. I'll put my money on that fight going the distance or Canelo getting a knockout himself. That's probably going to happen. I favor Canelo to win, but I'm rooting for Crawford. That's my stance.
Mm, yeah, crazy.
What about
Anyways,
you? How do you see the fight playing out?
man, I think uh, I want Crawford to win. I think it will be very difficult unless he can do what Bivol did, you know, or make it boring. But then, do we want to see boring fight? Because if he makes it boring, then it means he will not get the respect, and it will be very. It will stain his. Of course, people will say, "Yeah, he won and stuff," but I think Crawford should just be himself. He's not Floyd Mayweather. He's Crawford. He
I
has
guess so.
he has a different style entirely to
Bro,
Floyd Mayweather.
there is a high likelihood Crawford will run in that fight. There is a very high likelihood. Even though Crawford doesn't fight that way, but there is a high chance he would run because Canelo would come out looking sharp because he has a lot to lose. Canelo would train very hard, and Crawford would also train very hard. But if Crawford can't take Canelo's punches, just like Jermel Charlo couldn't take Crawford's punches, he started running. We have never seen Jermel run from anybody
You mean
before.
Canelo?
But the guy started running. Yeah, he was running when he was fighting Canelo. Literally, he wasn't engaging. And then he got dropped in the 6th round. Now, Crawford is more skilled than Jamel, at least to an extent, but he will still have the same problems that Jamel had. There is the size, there is the power. Man, that's going to be a tough fight. But we'll see what happens.
Crazy man. Anyways, guys, you heard it from my brother Adewale. Stay tuned for more Swiss Bangara here. God bless you and keep supporting the channel, guys. Cheers.